Hey guys, I am here for my Rainbow Readathon wrap-up video. And I kind of failed at the making of the TBR video for this, mainly because I kind of heard about it halfway through the week and I was already reading books that were relevant to it, so I was like, oh, I'll just kind of sneak on in here, nobody will notice. So that's what I did. I believe the people that created this are a big collab booktube channel, and if I can find them, I will link them below. No promises, though. I don't remember who I even saw doing this. But it's pretty much just a week of reading to try and knock down your TBR pile and read a book for each color of the rainbow. So that's what I did. This is what I read. The first book that I happened to be reading in the cycle was Yellow, and that is More Happy Than Not by Silvera. This book is phenomenal. This actually got 5 out of 5 stars for me, and I don't really give those out too often. This book was great and amazing. It's really rough. It has a lot of trigger warnings. It was just so good. It's about a boy who grew up in the Bronx and is kind of questioning his feelings towards guys and girls. There's a lot of darkness in his past that he has to get through, and it's kind of a coming-of-age story that's pretty heavy. Very, very good. So many feels came from this book. So that was Yellow. That's just kind of where I started. The next book that I read is Falling Into Place by Amy Zhang. Zhang? I actually listened to this, and then a friend of mine had the advanced copy, so she just gave it to me. This is yet another suicide book. I don't know if it's just books that I am randomly picking that happen to be suicide-oriented, or if there's a trend going on right now, because I don't believe this came out this year. I think it came out at the end of last year. But this is another suicide book, so trigger warning there, I guess. It's about a girl who is kind of the Regina George of her high school. She's the mean, popular girl who drives her car off the road and attempts to kill herself, and it's the story of her in the ICU, kind of struggling to live. She's unconscious this whole time, and it's told back and forth between, like, the past before she crashed her car and the current of all of her friends or what are dealing with her being in the hospital. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it, but I feel like I've kind of overloaded myself with suicide books, not even intentionally, but they're all kind of starting to blur together. Not that the content is bad, and I feel like I shouldn't judge one based off the other, but it was good. I'm glad I read it, but it just kind of fell in the 3 range for me. The next book that I have, I don't actually have the physical book to hold up, mainly because I'm kind of striking against the rage of mismatched book series, because it is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins, but I already have the first 2 in the original covers, and I really don't want to buy the next one and have it not match on my shelf. So I'm kind of at a loss, so I think I'm just going to keep those 2 and do what I did. I read the ebook. It was adorable. It was green. That was my green book for the month, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I think Lola is my favorite one out of that trilogy. I just like those characters better. I connected to them more than Anna or Isla. So I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars. If you guys haven't heard of this book, where have you been? It's just a really cute contemporary romance. Stephanie Perkins really knows how to tell the most adorable stories in the world. So that was my green book for the month. The next couple books I may have cheated on, I don't know. I actually kind of re-skimmed through Ready Player One. I saw that the movie's coming out, and that got me really excited, so I wanted to reread it. So I kind of started listening to the audiobook and then skimming through this. I don't think that counts as an actual read, because it's kind of a reread for me, because I love this book. This book is a 5-star book forever. I read this last year, and I just felt the need to reread it, so orange. And then the last 2 books, which are Purple and Red, that I needed, I haven't finished yet. So I know I didn't technically complete it, but that would be these 2 books. That would be Magonia by Dahvana Headley. This was last month's Owl Crate book, and look how freaking pretty it is. I just started it. I'm like 4 chapters into it. It's really, really good, but I feel like it's gonna be one of those books that I need to devote time to really absorb, because it's very different writing. It's beautiful, but it's not one of those books that I can just kind of fly through, so I kind of want to sit down and appreciate it. So I didn't want to rush through this. So this is my purple book that I did not really complete, but I feel like I still read a lot. And then my red book is, let me put this down, Inside of a Dog by Alexandra Horowitz. What dogs see, smell, and know. I like reading animal books where it kind of gives the philosophy and stories that go along with animal behavior and everything. That's very interesting to me. So this one looked really adorable because, I mean, hello, dog on the cover, adorable. And I've read a lot of books like this where it's just kind of like narrative retellings of the animal behaviorists' experiences with animals, and that's kind of what this is, but there's a lot of science in this, which is really interesting to me. I like learning while I'm reading, so I'm doing that. So that's red. And I'm actually listening to this, so I'm like 70-ish pages in. I'm about that far. So purple and red didn't really get completed, but I mean, they're in there. It counts because I started reading them in this week, so I'm gonna pat myself on the back because I still read a lot of books. So here we go. We're doing, how do colors work? Hold on. Yellow, orange. I'm gonna slip red in. Whoop. Red. And then I feel like I'm doing this way backwards. And then purple. Come on, nope, it goes that way. Purple. Blue. And then green was Isla, which I don't have. So imagine green right here. And there we go. So that's my book, Rainbow. That's almost completed. Who's proud of me? So that's gonna be it for me. All my books just fell over. Bummer. That's gonna be it. I will see you guys in my next video.